Today, I'm going to make a black forest cake with whipped cream frosting. So, let's get started. Ingredients that you need for this recipe are 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, take a cup of milk, add a teaspoon of vinegar and allow it to sit for a while. 1.5 cup of granulated sugar, and 2 whole eggs for that nice and soft spongy cake. Half cup of cacao powder, half tablespoon of coffee diluted with water when using, half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter, half teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of vanilla essence or vanilla extract, whatever you have at home. Now put the butter and the sugar in a bowl and start whisking. Keep whisking these ingredients together until they're creamed nicely. After that, bring the mixer to a stop and add in the eggs. Make sure when you're adding the eggs, you're supposed to add 1 egg at a time. Once the egg is combined with the butter and sugar, now it's time to add the second egg. Add half teaspoon of coffee diluted with some water to the mix. Lastly, add in a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, in a separate bowl, combine all the dry ingredients together. Add in the dry ingredients to the electric mixer. Make sure when adding the dry ingredients, you don't add them all together. Keep alternating the buttermilk and dry ingredients. Once all the cake ingredients are combined together, this is how your cake batter will look. Now, divide this cake batter into 2 equal portions and allow this to bake for 25 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees. Now we will prepare the cherry syrup. We'll need half cup of cherries, half cup of water, and half cup of sugar. Heat a pan and add water along with the sugar. Allow this mix to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, add in the cherries. I'm using fresh ones, but you can also use canned cherries. Now cook this until it forms a syrup-like consistency. Now that our cherry syrup is ready, we'll set it aside and allow it to cool down. For the chocolate ganache, I have taken 1/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate and I've added 2 tablespoons of cream to it. Now, I'll heat it in the microwave for 15 to 20 seconds and then mix them. Once you have mixed the ganache, allow it to cool in the refrigerator. For the frosting, you'd need 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 1 tablespoon of skimmed milk powder, half cup of icing sugar, and 500 ml or 2 cups of whipping cream. Put all these ingredients together in a bowl and whisk them until the frosting forms stiff peaks. Now let's start assembling the cake by spreading the cherry syrup on the cake sponge evenly. Now start topping the cake with the frosting. Once you're done, spread it evenly on the cake. After that, Take some cherries and put them on this layer. This will allow your cake to be stabilized. Before placing the second layer on the cake, I'm also adding in some cake crumbs. Now use the frosting to cover the entire cake. Decorate your cake with a chocolate ganache, forming a circle in the middle of the cake. Top your cake with some cherries and some chocolate shavings. Voila, your cake is ready to be served. I hope you liked this recipe, and if you did, like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.